Hi, I'm Catherine, and our daughter has attended the OHS full-time for the last 3 years. Finding the optimal balance between rigorous academics, quality social interaction, and a joyful life experience while attending an online high school can be a bit of an art as a family. Our first year at the OHS was definitely the hardest, wrestling with the new technologies, understanding various online teaching styles, and learning to manage the required workload. Every student, family, course of study, and significant pursuit is different, so it's important to understand there is no one way to achieve the ideal balance. But what I wanted to share was a few tips that our family has found helpful over the years. First, we talk about the idea of balance as a family. It's a great opportunity to really understand our priorities as a family, discussing the relative importance of academic achievement versus social opportunities relative to time spent on significant pursuits or time spent as a family. Building this consensus together helped tremendously when there are weeks that trade-offs need to be made. Second was really understanding how our daughter is most effective as a student. Being well rested and well nourished are essential, but we found our daughter is also most productive, focused, and creative in the morning and early afternoon. By midday and evening, she could spend 2 to 3 times as long on a project with poorer results. So she arranged her days to tackle the most challenging work first thing in the morning and scheduled projects that came more naturally to her later in the day. Third, starting about halfway through her second year at OHS, she decided she was far more productive during the week if she had no schoolwork on the weekends. This gave her lots more family time, social time, and complete downtime for her brain, which made her more relaxed and happier, which in turn made her more productive. To make that happen, she became incredibly organized, knowing exactly what assignments are due when, what lectures needed to be watched, and when there are scheduled quizzes and exams. She breaks the workload into manageable chunks each week, again, always tackling the hardest projects for her early in the day and also earlier in the week if possible. Fourth, she talks with each of her teachers to really understand the most effective way to learn their classes. Every instructor has a different approach to online learning environment and uses the tools differently. Some teachers encourage students to either watch the lectures or do the reading, not necessarily both. Other instructors encourage note-taking by hand during class, while others may discourage it. The key is to have your students connect with their instructors to discover the most effective way to learn in class given their particular learning styles. There isn't a cookie-cutter approach, and each class and each student is different. And lastly, developing an honest understanding of how time online is really being spent. The lines can be a bit blurry between time spent on actual classwork and time spent chatting with friends under the auspices of studying. While our daughter can multitask with the best of them, ongoing conversations on Skype, Facebook, texting, etc. chewed up a lot of valuable time during those productive hours, which led to assignments taking longer than necessary. She decided actively to separate school time and online social time. She does this in a couple of ways. During the day, she works in about 45 to 50 minutes on a project and then takes a mental break for about 10 or 15 minutes, which can be talking to friends online, stepping outside for some fresh air, getting a snack, or something like that. Whatever it is, this time is guilt-free and is for her. Then she's back at it for the next 45 or 50-minute chunk. Also, she tries really hard to get her schoolwork done between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, giving her the evenings for her significant pursuit, to work on club activities, or to socialize with her friends. We all know that work can often expand to whatever time is allocated, so by providing some parameters, she found herself more focused and successful, ultimately giving her more time for social interaction. Obviously, these are broad brush ideas, and there is great flexibility each week, but an important key is to understand that she owns this plan. We may have helped her develop it or offered some suggestions or perspective on what might work, but she developed it, and therefore she owns it, which gives her great pride every week then when she puts her schoolwork down, feeling she's done a great job, and then she can go take time for the other joys in her life. Hope these few tips have given you some ideas for your family.